Man United is interested in Hugo Ekitike, and his transfer fee has been put out by his club where he plays at. And remember, he plays in Germany and he plays at Eintracht Frankfurt. If at all you know Eintracht Frankfurt, you note it that in the recent past, they've obviously gone ahead to obviously levy astronomical transfer fees onto their players that they are obviously selling. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Marcus Rashford in the mix. He has obviously ended his goal drought. Remember, he last scored last year in December, and now he has been involved into scoring 2 goals. Remember, assists have been coming his way, but goals haven't obviously been coming his way. And that is Marcus Rashford for you into the mix. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David comes in here to obviously bring you the news. Now, Plenty Goal from Germany. Tier 1 journalist has come up and obviously told us the following about Hugo Ekitike, and he has said that Eintracht Frankfurt are aware that Manchester United are seriously considering Hugo Ekitike as a potential transfer target for the upcoming summer. Arsenal, Ishak remains #1 target. Liverpool and Juventus have also registered their interest. Eintracht Frankfurt firmly expect his departure, as reported. SGE are demanding 80 million euros. Now, the price for this youngster is 80 million euros. Now, if you are looking at things, this is one of the things that will obviously distance Hugo Ekitike from obviously signing for the club of Manchester United. And the price is really very, very ridiculous. I know the side I'm talking about is known for obviously selling their players expensively. When you look at Kolo Muani, transfer fee from Frankfurt to PSG, the transfer fee for Kolo Muani was all about 95 million euros. You understand? That's how much they paid. PSG paid 95 million euros for Kolo Muani to obviously come in through and go to the side known as Paris Saint-Germain. Now, for the player they sold during the January transfer window, that is Omar Mamosh, who has been on target today, and he has helped Man City to go to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and they are facing a side known as Nottingham. This guy costed Man City close to 80 million euros. That is Omar Mamosh. So Mamosh is one of those that is the latest players they've gone ahead obviously sell expensively, and it looks like their price ceiling, also their price floor, is all about 80 million euros. And is it gonna be negotiable? I don't think that's gonna be negotiable, because very many clubs are really interested in the player. Newcastle, Manchester United, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, and very many others. So the more teams show interest in the player known as Hugo Ekitike, the more the club that is selling him hangs onto its asking price that they've obviously gone ahead be asking in left, right, and center. That is all about Hugo Ekitike. So, as it stands, Hugo Ekitike is one of those players that United needs, and the price tag is really out. And the question goes over to you: would you obviously pay 80 million euros for Hugo Ekitike? Because let me read to you what he has gone ahead to do and what's his age, and then you let me know whether you think that it's okay for United to go in for Hugo Ekitike. French football international, or French football. He played for France under 21, right? And he's 20 years of age. He's 22 years of age. Height is 1.9, and that means a towering of a lad. He has a weight of 76 kgs, right? He plays as a forward and he leads the line. He has all the attributes that you want your forward to have. Then 26 matches played in the Bundesliga this season, 13 goals scored and 4 assists. That is Hugo Ekitike for you. UEFA Europa League, 10 matches played, 3 goals and 3 assists, meaning that those are 36 games, 16 goals scored and 7 goal involvements. In the DFB Pokal Cup, he has played 3 games, 3 goals and 1 assist, meaning that he has so far played 39 games and he has scored 19 goals plus 8 assists, 27 goal involvements in 39 games. That is Hugo Ekitike for you. And I understand why United is really in for him. And it's not the first time United have gone ahead of show huge interest in the player. Even when he was crossing from Stade de Rennes to Paris Saint-Germain at the age of 18, I think, United showed huge interest in him. But at PSG, he never really went ahead to play on very well. And he really went ahead, obviously, get a permanent move to Eintracht Frankfurt. And obviously, I think there is a sell-on clause. That's why the fee is that high. But the question is, do you think United has the money to obviously get in a striker at that huge amount of money? And by the way, with us having Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee complaining of their inexperience, do you obviously support United to bring in another inexperienced striker? We wait and see. But for Hugo Ekitike, I think his first touch is really important, is very good, and his skill set is really very important. And I think skill-wise is better than Rasmus Højlund. Maybe that's what they're really looking at. But you ask yourself, who is obviously going to be that striker that United really needs to bring on? Because when you look at Gyökeres, teams like Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, and very many others, Liverpool, are interested in the player. Isak, other clubs are interested in him. And Jonathan David, for me, is a realistic signing that United can obviously get in, because all these clubs are really having options. And this guy, Jonathan David, is like 4th choice in there. However much is a free agent. So the club of Manchester United needs to obviously find means of really getting in this guy, or getting in a striker. And I've always told you that I would go for Jonathan David. That is it, because he's really good. And I think the only way we can obviously get into the competition to sign the likes of Ekitike, the likes of Isak, the likes of Victor Gyökeres, it's when we go ahead and really qualify for the Champions League by winning the UEFA Europa League. And I think the UEFA Europa League winning boost is obviously there. I think I should do a better video for that, because very many players are obviously returning for the club of Manchester United. And I know in the Premier League we should play sparingly and see to it that he will win this. So that's all about Hugo Ekitike for you. 80 million euros. And I've told you the traits of the club that is selling the player. That's what they've gone ahead to be doing in the recent past. I tell you, it's not going to be easy to obviously get in these players unless otherwise we win the Champions League. Why? When we go in the Champions League, obviously United will get in some huge money from the Champions League. Even the sponsors, I've already told you, the shirt sponsorship will get us 60 million pounds, and the Adidas deal, will obviously give United 90 million pounds. You understand? So if you miss out on the Champions League, you'll miss out close to 150 million pounds, So let's obviously see to it that we really get everything up and running into the mix. Now, as Rashford has been putting in assists at Aston Villa ever since he went ahead, obviously go there, but he had not obviously gone ahead, obviously score any goal. But today he was on target, and obviously his manager was really excited, and he knew to it that this is what he really wanted. Marcus Rashford came up and obviously scored a first goal in the 58th minute, and he broke the dreadlock, and then in the 63rd minute scored a penalty to make it 2-0 for the club of Aston Villa. And then later a player known as Jacob Ramsey went ahead to score a very beautiful goal in the 71st minute. That is the player. And these are Marcus Rashford's game by numbers today. 93% passing accuracy, 5 shots, 4 shots on target, 3 chances created, 2 big chances created, 2 goals, thriving under Unai Emery. That is Marcus Rashford. And for me, I like to see him really scoring his goals because I know how important it's obviously going to help us as the club of Manchester United to give us to create a bidding war for the club of Manchester United. Remember, we have a problem that for Marcus Rashford, United might not obviously get in the amount of money they want, like fully, because he's not taking a pay cut. Meaning that if he's earning, others say 300,000, others say 350,000 pounds, that means every month he earns 1.2 million pounds times 12, that is 14.4 million pounds, and I think you multiply it by 3, I think 2 or 3, let's multiply it by 2, 3, those are 53 million pounds. And then if Aston Villa is willing to pay just 200,000 pounds a week for Marcus Rashford, that means United might lose close to 15 to 20 million pounds from the 45 million pounds that we would have gone to get in through as what we call a pure profit from the sale of Marcus Rashford into the mix. So that's exactly what you're really having in here as a club of Manchester United, and a lot is really happening into the mix. So as we go down there, I tell you, Rashford is really scoring in goals, and these goals he's scoring in are obviously going to attract attention from the likes of PSG and other clubs that can obviously try to pay the salary of Marcus Rashford. I tell you, the more he obviously continues scoring and putting in assists, I tell you, he's really going to be one of the players that United will obviously earn money. And it obviously disturb Aston Villa to have gone ahead to launch Marcus Rashford back in form and not be able to sign him. And by the way, United might find themselves in a position really getting in a club that can obviously offer them more. Like PSG can say, I want to pay 60 million pounds for Marcus Rashford and I'm willing to pay his money, meaning that we are getting in 60 million pounds of profit that is really pure from the sale of Marcus Rashford. That's why him firing in goals excites me a lot. I don't know how far it goes to excite you, but for my case, it excites me to the fullest. That is Marcus Rashford for you. And after scoring the brace today against Preston North End, he said, I missed a lot of football before joining up with them. That is Aston Villa. My body feels good and I'm enjoying my football for now. That is Marcus Rashford. He's enjoying his football for now, and he missed a lot of football. Remember, he was not really playing very many games at the club of Manchester United, and he missed out on a lot of games because his body language was really bad in there. So we are here and waiting for your thoughts onto that. With his form, would you bring him back to Manchester United, or you'd obviously let him go to Aston Villa or any other club that is really offering us money? Rock and David is my name. Second video of the day, and hope you guys are really having fun. And here we come to the end of this video. Second video, third video coming in through, and you people are really gonna be enjoying this. Remember, tomorrow match preview early morning is obviously gonna be loaded there, and then we'll be waiting in for the manager of Manchester United to obviously preside over a pre-match press conference as we prepare to play against Nottingham Forest. That is on Wednesday. I think it's gonna be on Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll do the match preview and see to it that we obviously do the needful. I sign out for now. See you later. Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims watching in this channel. Bye bye.